Tired of dealing with annoying flies, fruit flies, and gnats in your home? The Zevo Flying Insect Trap is your ultimate solution. Don't wait. Check out the link in the video description now to get your Zevo Flying Insect Trap on Amazon and enjoy a bug-free home today.
To view this video, please enable JavaScript and consider upgrading to a web browser that supports HTML5 video. Dylan Holloway looks back on his time on the X Factor fondly, even though he felt a burning scream in the pit of his stomach. The 31-year-old was one half of hip-hop duo One Malawian Kwacha, along with Simeon Dixon, and reached the live finals under the mentorship of Lewis Walsh in 2012. More than a decade later, Dylan told usnews.co.uk he has finally found his voice as an artist, beginning medically transitioning into a man during the pandemic. I finally realized the person I'd become was a caricature that I'd embellished and a bravado for TV, he recalled of the moment he started his gender affirmation surgery. I always knew I was a trans guy, but I was on such an autopilot trying to become the person that I thought everyone wanted me to be. I felt I had strayed very far from the path that my life is supposed to be on, and I wanted just to return to myself and learn about who I was and make that kind of music again. Dylan said there was footage of him on his 4th birthday referring to himself as his sibling's brother, but suppressed and repressed his true self for years. In his teenage years, he came out as being attracted to women in the hope that would be enough of the life he wanted. If I can at least marry a girl, that'll be enough. At least if I could do, then maybe I'll be happy, the singer explained. And I did meet a wonderful girl that I was with for 6 or 7 years, but it just always lived there inside me, this burning scream of there's something more, there's something else, that life isn't quite right. At age 26, Dylan came out as a trans man and for the following 4 years became more like myself, but was missing the final piece of the puzzle. In 2020, with the support of friends and family, he pursued a medical transition and first had top surgery. Dylan said trans men tend to start with testosterone, but he was really scared it would impact his voice. He explained, "My voice was the only place I'd ever felt safe, me being on stage and me writing songs, and me finding it hard to open up as a child and open up and be who I am. I used to write music to get those feelings out of me. Music also seemed to be the reason that I had my friends, and what if I lose that? What do I have then? And also, my voice was my career, it was how I was making money. So what on earth do I do if, for some reason, it makes my voice sound bad? But I made the decision that I would have to put myself and my want to be on this earth first. And if I had to lose music for that, then so be it." Dylan added, "It all panned out well for me in the end. I much prefer my voice now. I think it sounds nice. I think sounds richer." Now, the musician often posts clips of himself harmonizing with himself prior to transitioning because he wanted to embrace the past version of himself. "When I saw videos and images of Lots and Charlie and One Malawian Kwacha and all my previous selves, I realized that person is the person that brought me to be Dylan. And it would be almost cruel of me to put that person in a box and forget all about them, because that person was brave and resilient and powerful and changed my life and brought me to this happy place. I wanted other people to know that it's okay to embrace who you've been because they've made you who you are, and that we can look at all like past versions of ourselves with love if we want to. It works for me, but it might not work for other people." Among Dylan's biggest supporters have been his X Factor fans. "Everyone who was a fan before is a fan now. I've had a bunch of girls on TikTok and Instagram saying, 'Oh, I fancied you then, and I fancy you now.'" He also recently bumped into his former X Factor co-star, The Nation's Hun, Rylan Clark, in London, who was a top lad. "It was probably the first time he saw me since I transitioned," he recalled. "And he was like, 'Oh, you sexy man. Honestly, Dill, you look amazing, right? Super sexy.' So that was quite nice." Dylan does not regularly meet up with his fellow X Factor stars, but said there was an active 2012 WhatsApp group where they all congratulate each other on their successes. He had a blast on the X Factor, saying, "It was a fun experience to do something so unusual. It's not every day you end up